Shalom. I was. My name is Yoshua Yaakov. I was just crying. Something a man 65 is not supposed to do. I just looked at the video. Yes, we can. I left America 22 years ago. I'm a didactic scientist. I live in Jerusalem. I needed a better place to live. I lost hope. I lost hope in myself. Never in God. In America. And I came to Jerusalem in the hope of a better place, in the hope of a better life. The problems here are more and greater than many. And if I couldn't serve man, if I couldn't serve my people, I resolved to serve God. So I have. My message to you, Senator Obama: know your limitations. And when you say yes, we can, and you inspire all of America, please do understand. As David Thoreau said, the anarchist from Walden Pond in Massachusetts, where I grew up, he said it's okay to dream, build castles in the sky, but now you have to put foundations under them. Because when you do, then the refrain is yes, we will. And that's what this video was about. The video, yes, we can, went to the deepest root, the core of my soul. Indeed, yes, we can. But I'm an old man now, and so I understand what it is to translate yes, we can into yes, we will. Specifically, the dream, now a reality 22 years later. Communism is bankrupt, and so is a perverted democracy by special interests in capitalism. I knew that and I left it. Around the world, both are collapsing. That's what the grammar, the meta-narrative of 9/11 means, the collapse of the local reality that brings the quantum reality. The local reality that collapsed was man and mankind's exile. The quantum reality is redemption. The model of exile was giving to receive, and the model of man's redemption is receiving to give. We are blocked. Now that the local reality has collapsed globally, I'm a didactic scientist, and I observed this for the last 18 years around the globe. Now that the local reality has collapsed, we're technically in the quantum reality, which is redemption. There's just one problem. Israel has to lead, and it's in denial, and that blocks the ascent of man. And Senator Obama, President Obama, I have to stop crying. Yes, we can, and that means, in personal and particular terms, Kabel b'shvil eter in Hebrew, in English, receiving to give, receiving what? Receiving the real Osama bin Laden, receiving the real Barack Obama, receiving the real George Bush, receiving the whole world, the people who are, whether they're terrorists and flaming or they're presidents. It means receiving the real you, to give the real you, to your family, to your loved ones. And so that's the dream that is now a reality. I want to suggest to you something. You've spoken about the Iraqi people having nothing to do with 9/11. I would urge you and advise you not to say that, because the probability is very high that Saddam Hussein bankrolled Osama bin Laden. And on that, and very little else, George Bush and his his guts. He had no smoking gun. He's correct. Having said that, let's move on. Yes, we can. Now we must translate. Yes, we can. The castles in the sky of yes, we can have to be translated into the foundations underneath, which is yes, we will. And to do that, humanomics is the convergence model of the East and West. I'm its author. It's a trilogy, 2,500 pages with a few hundred graphics. It's just now being completed for publication on the web. It's comprised of two paradigms. The first is the new cognitive behavioral science paradigm, receiving to give, which I just talked about before. And the second is the new economic paradigm, the integration of labor, which replaces the old industrial model of the division of labor. The plan and program for America to lead from the front, the U.S. Economy, to transform it fundamentally and structurally, is based upon the integration of labor, the new economic paradigm. It will triple the gross domestic product in several decades. It will triple the value of the dollar. It will eliminate the national debt, which will, the bell curve, it'll peak out at around 13 to $14 trillion. I'm the author. I've sent it to the Democratic National Committee, to the Platform Committee in particular, to make it the policy of the Democratic Convention, that you should campaign with this as your central organizing principle and your plan for the American economy. And we will then see translation. We will see traction where we move from yes we can to yes we will. And you and I are in convergence, but I'm old enough to be your father. So I'm doing what a father is supposed to do. I'm helping my son to see his way. Change we can believe in is another one of your slogans. I would say, in the analogy earlier, when we go from the castles in the sky to the foundations underneath them, we now have to move on to change we can inhabit, and that's humanomics. And it's the East-West convergence model for the post-collapse of ground zero globally. It's comprised again of the new economic paradigm, the new cognitive behavioral science paradigm, and the white space they combine to make the new social science, humanomics. I'm its author. I'm Yeshua Yaakov. I was formerly Michael O'Donnell in America. I have a son and two daughters that are adults in America, and I've not seen in 22 years. They're angry at me because they feel I left them. But when God calls you to service, you obey. And God's called you, Mr. Obama, Senator Barack Obama, to be President Barack Obama. Be careful. There are very substantial and evil dark forces that are already aligned against you. Take nothing for granted. Stay very close to Michelle and the girls, and I bless you. Kabel b'shvila. Kabel b'shvila ted in Hebrew. In English, receive it to give, and you say when you hear this, Amen. And the meta-narrative of the blessing will descend from heaven upon you. And that's the place where Abba and Ima, your father and mother, reside. And when I said Kaddish for them the other day, after reading about your life, it was the thing to do. I bless you. You're a good man. Be strong and be of good courage, and continue to inspire our blessed youth. And together we will deliver a better future. I love you. Shalom from Jerusalem.